Hi everyone, welcome back to another class of pronunciation in use level intermediate. Today we're taking a look at unit 56 of the book Pronunciation in Use Level Intermediate. So it says tones in asking for information. So there are two types of questions. Sometimes let me make this bigger. Sometimes you ask for information, okay? That is an open question. Sometimes you ask for confirmation, or you want to make sure. That's a check question. So we have two kinds of question: information, open question, and check question. What is an open question? What is a check question? For example, I'm not sure. I say, is Hamadan in Iran? And then you tell me yes. Maybe you say yes. So this question is more of a check question. I am checking. Is Hamadan in Iran? I want to check. Maybe I know. Hi RNJBR. Maybe I know the answer. I'm just not sure, so I'm checking. What is happening? I'm just checking. So this is a check question. Check question. Sometimes I ask an open question. I say, where is Hamadan? Yes, I say, where is Hamadan? That's an open question because I really don't know anything. I'm just asking for information. So this is an open question. Open question. So in an open question, the intonation is falling. Okay? So I say, is Hamadan in Iran? Because it's a check question. I want to check. I want to make sure. But sometimes I say, where is Hamadan? That's an open question because I don't know anything. I'm just asking for information. So that's an open question. In this lesson, we talk about these two kinds of questions and we'll discuss them in more details. Now listen to this conversation. Some of these questions are information question. Some of them are open question. Open question. Some of them are check question. Now let's listen and check.
C72.
What's your name?
Sonia,
And where were you born?
Suriname.
Is that in South America?
Yes, that's right.
And how long have you lived here?
5 years.
I see. Are you married?
No, I'm not.
And what do you do?
I'm a boxer.
You're a boxer?
So you listen to that. First it says, what's your name? So of course this is an open question. You're asking for information. It's falling. The intonation is all falling. Say, what's your name? So you can see that in the rectangle they have drawn a falling intonation. It is falling. And it says Sonia. It says, where were you born? Again, that's an open question, asking for information. Hi Rahima. Asking for information. So again, it's falling. Where were you born? Suriname. Is that in South America? So this one is different because this is a check question. You are just checking if your knowledge is right. So here your intonation goes up, unlike what happened in the past two examples. So here you say, is that in South America? You're going up. And you see that in the rectangle, you should use a line that is moving upward. It's going up. Is that in America? Yeah, that's right. And how long have you lived here? Again, how long? It's an open question, asking for information. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. That's 5 years. I see. Are you married? Again, are you married? This is, you can say, are you married? But this is more like you know the answer. So you don't say, are you married? You know that she's not. So it says, no, I'm not. You're just checking. So you see, it's not about the yes, no question, WH question. It's about check question and open questions. So here, the interviewer knows that she is not married, but the interviewer is just asking to check, and the audience can see that, the viewers can know that. The interviewer knows almost the answer. Says, are you married? Says, no, I'm not. What do you do? Again, that's an open question. Falling, what do you do? I'm a boxer. And says, you're a boxer? This one is rising. You're a boxer? Really? So this is a check question. You want to check if your ears are okay, or if you heard it right. Say, you're a boxer? Or maybe you're surprised or something like that. So let's go to the next part. Here it says, in this question, of course it is falling, yes, because it's an open question, asking for information, right? Where were you born? But then it says the falling part starts from born. The falling part starts, your voice starts falling from born. That's the area where you start to go down. Where were you born? Where were you born? That's the area where you go down. Because it's you. Was, it is for he. For example, you can say where was he born? Here you say was because it is he. This is you. Again, it starts dropping on born. Where was he born? And then you drop from this word. Where were you born? Because was is not for you. Was is for he, she, and I, and it. But you are, you were. Where were you? Where are you? Where were you? Where is he? Where was he? So let's go to the next examples. Listen and see where the stress starts, where the intonation starts to fall down. For example, here on you, a stress starts to fall down, and it goes down all the way to the end. Yes. Or for example, here on the word where, stress starts to fall down, and it falls down up to the end. Hi, welcome, Maria. So let's listen.
C73. Where were you born? So your parents were born in Uruguay. And where were you born?
See, he said, where were you born? So U, it's a little up, but from U, it starts going down. Okay, your parents were born in Uruguay, I think. And where were you born? Listen again.
So your parents were born in Uruguay. And where were you born?
Uruguay. And where were you born? So, on U, it goes a little up and then starts falling from there. Your parents were born in Uruguay. So where were you born? Yes? Thursdays, 8 p.m.
Oh, so you weren't born here. Where were you born?
Aha, you weren't born here. Where were you born? Goes up on where and then starts dropping from there.
So you were born in 1969. And where were you born? 69. And where were you born?
First, they're talking about a time. When were you born? 1699, whatever. And then it says, okay, now let's talk about a location. Where were you born? So it goes up on where a little bit and then starts falling down all the way to the end. Okay, listen again.
So you were born in 1969. And where were you born? I know your parents live here, but were they born here?
This one is a little harder because it goes down and then again goes up. It says, I know your parents live here, but were they born here? So it's like up and down. It's a combination.
I know you were born here, but were your parents born here?
But where your parents, again, goes up on parents, goes down, at the end again goes up. Listen again.
Here? I know you were born here, but were your parents born here? My mother and father were born here. Were your parents born here?
Hi everyone, welcome to the live. We have some new people here, I think. Yes, hi, my aunt is here. Hi. Raima says your voice is low. I don't know. Can you hear me okay? Is my voice good or not good? Oh, the next part is the exercise part. Here you should just write, is it rising or is it falling? Listen.
C73. Where were you born?
C74. Example.
Are you a student?
1.
Have you been to America?
So what is it, R or F? Have you been to America?
Have you been to America?
One.
Have you been to America?
2.
R, so you mean it's rising? It's probably rising, but we have to check it too. Because it could be falling too in some cases when you almost know the answer. Have you been to America? Have you been to America? Maybe it's falling.
1.
Have you been to America?
Okay, let's go to number 2.
2.
What do you study?
2.
What do you study?
2.
What do you study?
What do you study? What do you study? I don't know. Like this one, I would just say, what do you study? What do you study? Rising or falling? Rising. Okay, I'll write rising, but then we have to check it. Somebody says falling, so I will write falling too. But basically it should be falling. What do you study? Or what do you study? Yeah, it should be falling.
3.
What time is it?
3.
What time is it?
What time is it? Again, it should be falling, yes, because it's asking for a question. Asking for information.
4.
Are you over 18?
5.
What time is it?
4.
Are you over 18?
Are you over 18? Yeah, 3 is falling, but 4 seems to be rising, yes. Are you over 18? Seems to be rising.
5.
Can you drive?
6.
Over 18.
5.
Can you drive?
6.
Where's he going?
Yes, can you drive? Check question. Where's he going? Falling. Do you like it?
Over 18.
5.
Can you drive?
6.
Where's he going?
7.
Do you like it?
Do you like it? So this is more like falling because it doesn't say do you like it? It says do you like it? Yeah, it's like do you like it? Which means I know that maybe you don't like it. Do you like it? So let's go and check our answers because we're not sure, especially about number 2. Let's check. So these are the answers. You have to go and check them with our answers. Have you been to America? So did you see? I told you. I told you this could be falling too. So this is not right. It's falling. Because the way that she's asking is falling. She knows maybe the answer. She's just checking. Have you been to America? You're going down. Have you been to America? Listen again.
Example.
Are you a student?
1.
Have you been to America?
Have you been to America? You're going down at the end. Although it's a yes/no question, it's a falling question because maybe they know the answer. They just want to test or they just want to check. Yes? Anyway, number 2 is rising. Although it's a WH question, the book says it is rising. I don't know why. Basically, there's no reason, but listen.
1,
Have you been to America?
2,
What do you study?
So when you say have you been to America, you are looking for information. You are asking, have you been to America? But when you say what do you study, maybe you just want to test. You know what he is studying. Second one is falling. Number 4 is rising. It's yes. So number 3 good. Number 4 good. Rising good. Falling good. Where is he going? This is no, this is not falling. The book says this is rising. So let's check again. Why did we say falling? The book says it's rising.
3,
What time is it?
4,
Are you over 18?
5,
Can you drive?
6,
Where's he going?
Yeah, where's he going? Where's he going? So it doesn't say where is he going. It says where's he going? Going up. Where's he going? Going up.
7,
Do you like it?
Do you like it? And that was falling, although it's a yes, no, but here it's falling. Do you like it? So maybe you don't need to know it that well. I mean, even I don't know. But you can maybe just listen and repeat some of them to get the real tone. So actually I'm making mistakes too, because I don't know in that much, that many details. But listening to them is good. Listening and trying to pick up the rhythm will help you a lot with your pronunciation. The next part, you should tell me, where does the falling part start? For example, here the tone starts falling from you. Listen.
C75. Example.
I'm from Canada. Where are you from?
I'm from Canada. Where are you from? So it goes a little up before you, and then it starts falling after you. Where are you from?
I'm from Canada. Where are you from?
1,
So actually the stress is on you. You should tell me where is the stress in number 1. Write the word.
So you're from Cuba. Where in Cuba?
2,
You from?
1,
So you're from Cuba. Where in Cuba?
2,
From Havana.
1,
So you're from Cuba. Where in Cuba?
2,
From Havana. Interesting. So you're from Cuba. Where in Cuba?
Where in Cuba? So stress is on where. Where in Cuba? So stress is on where, so it also has to start falling from where. Because stress is on where.
2,
From Havana. Interesting. And what's your name? From Havana. Interesting. And what's your name?
No, Mariam, stress is not on Cuba. Stress is on where. Where in Cuba? Where in Cuba?
So you're from Cuba. Where in Cuba?
2,
From Havana. Interesting. And what's your name?
And what's your name? It seems to be on what, yes? What's your name?
Cuba. Where in Cuba?
2.
From Havana. Interesting. And what's your name?
Yes, good, Lole. What's your name?
3.
So you don't live in Cuba now. Where do you live?
3.
So you don't live in Cuba now. Where do you live? What's your name?
3.
So you don't live in Cuba now. Where do you live?
4.
You're a student. From Havana. Interesting. And what's your name?
3.
So you don't live in Cuba now. Where do you live?
Good, Jamshid. Where do you live? Stress is on do and it starts falling from do. So where do you live?
4.
You're a student. What do you study?
4.
You're a student. What do you study? Where do you live?
4.
You're a student. What do you study?
I think the stress is on a study. I'm not sure, but I heard, what do you study? So it's probably on a study.
Now, where do you live?
4.
You're a student. What do you study?
Yes, good. Jamshid, Lole, Maryam. Shahrzad, your we don't have here, Shahrzad. Maybe number 2 you could say that. But here we have you. What do you study?
5.
So you won't finish this year. When will you finish? What do you study?
5.
So you won't finish this year. When will you finish?
5.
So you won't finish this year. When will you finish?
Ah, you're a student, yeah. So yeah, you can say that, Shahrzad, but this is the second part of the question. I mean the second question. Finish? Are you sure? Listen, where's the stress?
What do you study?
5.
So you won't finish this year. When will you finish?
When will you finish? Da 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 da. When will you finish? Hi Sohrab, welcome. Sohrab is here. Good, Lale. When will you finish? Stress is on will. Okay, if you won't finish this year, that's a won't. If you won't, okay, when will? You won't, but when will you finish? The opposite of won't is here. Now we can check our answer. Let me see. Where is it? '56 part B. Where in Canada? Yes. And what's your name? Where do you live? When will you finish? What do you study? What happened? So I think all of them we did correct. I remember will, we did it. Do, we did it. Study, we did it. Where in Cuba, we did it. I'm just not sure about number 2. The answer is name. So I have to check number 2. The answer is name. So number 2, the answer is name, not what's your name. Let me check.
1,
So you're from Cuba. Where in Cuba?
2,
From Havana. Interesting. And what's your name?
What's your name? So again, goes up a little, goes down from name. So just one of them we answered wrong. The other ones we got them right. Listen again.
2,
From Havana. Interesting. And what's your name?
Yeah, what's your name? Alright, let's go to the last exercise. Here you should listen and tell me what word should we stress in the second question. So these are the second questions that are in yellow. A says, so your sister is a teacher. Where does she work? Stress is on work. She's a teacher, okay. Where does she work? And then B says, oh, so she doesn't work here. Where does she work? Okay, she doesn't work here. Okay, if she doesn't work here, where does she work? Opposite of does. Yes. I will save. Put it on my channel. Number 1. Oh, the live is weak. Maybe my connection is weak. So maybe it's my internet. Everybody has problem. So you should guess here. Okay? You should guess. A says you are married. Do you have any children? So maybe we should put the stress on children, yes? That's what I guess. It says, so you're married. Do you have any children? I think this is where we should put the stress. What do you think about part B? I have 2 daughters. Do you have any children? This is hard to guess. What do you think? It says I have 2 daughters. Do you have any children? It says I have 2 daughters. What about you? Do you have any children? So I think stress is on you. Yes. B says I mean all of them, there's one person talking. She says I have 2 daughters. What about you? Do you have any children? It's like shifting the question to you. Shifting the question to you. But again, we have to listen. Number 2. So French is your second language. What is your first language? Where should I put the stress? Do you know? Exactly. So I have to put the stress on first because it says French is your second language. What's your first language? So first is important there because it is the opposite of second. French is your second language. What's your first language? So first is strong. Or you say my first language is Urdu. What's your first language? So let's check our answers.
C76. Example A.
Where does she work?
Example B.
Where does she work?
1A.
Do you have any children?
Do you have any children? Da 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 da. So it stresses on children. Do you have any children?
1A.
Do you have any children?
1B.
Do you have any children?
Do you have any children? Hi, sweet. So why is it that? Because in A, it says, so you are married, okay. Do you have any children? But in B, it says, I have two children, okay. So it says, do you have any children? It says, I have 2 children. What about you? Do you have any children?
Example B.
Where does she work?
1A.
Do you have any children?
1B.
Do you have any children?
2A.
What's your first language?
2B.
What's your first language?
Yeah, 2A, it says French is your second language. What's your first language? Second, I know. What about first? What's your first language? But B, it says my first language is Urdu. What's your first language? Yes? So you see, they are the same questions, but in different contexts, they get different intonation and stress patterns. Okay? For example, look at here. A says, so you work Mondays to Saturdays. Okay, what about Sunday? What do you do on Sundays? Yes, so Sunday has the stress here. Because you work Mondays to Saturdays. Okay, what about Sundays? What do you do on Sundays? Stress is on Sundays, new information. And B, it says your favorite day is Sunday. Okay, your favorite day is Sunday. What do you do on Sunday? Yes, what do you do on Sundays if it is your favorite?
3A.
What do you do on Sundays?
3B.
What do you do on Sundays?
Yes, so I was right. I guessed it right. Now we have 2 questions here. I know how he did it, but which part should I stress? She was going to do it, so which part should I stress? It says I know how he did it. It means there I know how, but I don't know why. Yes, it's a little hard actually. I mean, you have to think a little deeper if you want to see what's happening. It says I know how he did it, but I don't know why he did it. So I know how he did it, but why did he do it? I don't know the why. I know the how. I don't know the why. So I think stress should be on why. and she was going to do it. So can you tell me this one? It says she was going to do it, not he. Look at here. She was going to do it. So it was a she, it wasn't a he. Why did it change to he? Yeah, that's the question. She was going to do it, so why did he do it? You see, again, the same question. Why did he do it? Why did he do it? But in the first context, I say, why did he do it? In the second context, I say, why did he do it? Because in the first context, it says, I know how he did it. But why did he do it? In the second context, it says, she was going to do it. So why did he do it? Why did she change to he? That's what I think. Let's check.
4A.
Why did he do it?
4B.
Why did he do it?
What do you do on
4A.
Why did he do it?
4B.
Why did he do it?
What do you do?
4A.
Why did he do it?
4B.
Why did he do it?
5A.
Where are my glasses?
5B.
Where are my glasses?
This one is again repetitive. It says my glasses aren't here. So where are they? They aren't here. So where are they if they are not here? Opposite of aren't. Here are your glasses, but where are my glasses? I know your glasses are here, but I don't know where my glasses are. Yes, stress is on my. Listen again.
Why did he do it?
4B.
Why did he do it? Why did he do it?
5A.
Where are my glasses?
5B.
Where are my glasses?
Yeah, where are my glasses? I don't know what happened to the live. Instagram is again making some trouble. I think the connection is bad. Is it my internet? Is it the Instagram? Maybe I have to update my Instagram because I haven't updated it for a while. So maybe that's the problem. So yeah, thank you so much for joining. I think the connection is bad. I don't know, it's constantly reconnecting. So I will end the live now, and I'll share the lesson on my Telegram for you. You can check it out there if the quality was not good here. Maybe there was some disruption, interruptions. Instagram kicked me out in the middle. So yeah, I'll share it for you on Instagram. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you next week.